As the NBA season starts to head to a close, things are starting to take shape and who the Rockets could potentially face come the first round of the NBA playoffs. And it looks like it could be a team that we are very familiar with a guy that we know all too well. Hello, everybody. I am Donovan Ricondo. Welcome to Rockets Digest, your source for all the latest news, updates, and rumors regarding your Houston Rockets. If you have not already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want daily content on the Houston Rockets. We are the platform for you. Now, without further ado, let's get to today's story. I want to bring up that the postseason is right around the corner, and what that means is that matchups are starting to take shape. We're trying to figure out who exactly we can match up with in that first round. And so, as you all know, the Rockets are currently the second seed in the Western Conference. And there's a lot of teams still battling for that. You got the Nuggets, you got the Grizzlies, and you got the Lakers. Four teams for the second seed in the Western Conference. And currently, we have a two-game edge over the Nuggets, and then you get followed by the Grizzlies, the Lakers. And so the Rockets, according to a brand new report, suggests that they have a 71% chance at retaining the number two spot, with the Denver Nuggets the next best with a 21% chance to regain it. That is Basketball References playoff probabilities report. So, if we're able to get the two seed, if we're able to get that two seed, that means that we would need to play that seven seed. And according to that same report, it says that Houston is able to fend off these, looking to grab a second seed. The same report says that they're most likely to face the LA Clippers in the first round of the playoffs, though the chance is much smaller than retaining their current standing at just 37%. Now, this can be huge. A matchup with the Clippers, in my mind, is the most threatening matchup you could have in that first round. For those of you that have not been keeping up with the Clippers and how they're doing this season, currently they are the number 8 seed in the Western Conference. They're having a season that has been better than anticipated, considering that they lost Paul George to the Philadelphia 76ers this past offseason. They were without star Kawhi Leonard for the beginning portion of their season, who's a guy I'm going to talk about in just a second here. But they did do well with a cast of Rockets legend James Harden, Norman Powell, Ivica Zubac, and more until the NBA champion returned from injury, that being Kawhi Leonard. And more is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. They have a lot of very talented guys on their team. They have Bogdanovich, who's coming off their bench, who has been underperforming this season compared to what the expectations were at the start, but I do think he is still a formidable force and can make himself a very reliable and dangerous weapon come playoff time. They also have guys like veteran guys like Patty Mills, Nick Batum that are on their bench that have had postseason experience before, so that should really come in handy for them as well. Don't get a lot of minutes, but still, veteran leadership is very important come postseason. They also have guys like Chris Dunn and Derrick Jones Jr., who have recently been alternating in terms of who's their fifth man in the starting lineup, and so both those guys giving the Clippers some valuable minutes there. The Rockets have played them 3 times this season. They've won each game pretty handedly. They played twice, back-to-back days back in November and once in December. But although they won pretty handedly, again, the Clippers were without Kawhi Leonard for those games, and they did have James Harden, who, as we all know, is an offensive machine. I mean, he can kind of play offense any which way he wants. As we all know, he's taking us to the playoffs for many years, Western Conference Finals, second round, all that, and so he is seen as the undisputed leader of the team. Everyone sees him as the guy. He's the leader in that locker room, and so they're all following kind of his angle there. So, stats: 22.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, and almost 9 assists per game. So he really has shown that he can be that guy in Los Angeles that can lead them past a first round series. And so the Rockets are going to have to take this a lot more serious than most first round matchups in past years. And that is kind of why I believe this is a huge threat to our chances in terms of advancing to the second round, these Los Angeles Clippers. And there's also Kawhi Leonard, who is back. He is back from his injury. He returned back in January, and he has slowly but surely started to find his rhythm when it comes to him playing basketball. I want to show you his stats as well. Let's get these out here. Kawhi Leonard averaging 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, getting himself 1.5 steals and half a block per game. He has slowly but surely gained back his rhythm and has returned to a form that he has been in the past. If you just look back at his last 10 games, he is averaging 25, 7, and 3, which is really solid for a guy like him. Not only has he been upping his game, but the Clippers in general have won 8 of their last 10, and so they're playing their best basketball right now, which is what every NBA team wishes they could do. Uh, so yeah, I firmly believe that if this was a team that was healthy all season long, I think they would be in the exact same conversation as we are, as Memphis is, Nuggets, Lakers, in terms of teams that are on the upper side of the Western Conference standings, trying to fight for that second seed. And so this is a very, very dangerous team, in my opinion. And I just want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think we fare well against the Los Angeles Clippers, or do you think this is a team that, we hopefully don't want to face? If this is the matchup, we are in for a very, very exciting first round series. And with that, I want to bid you adieu. We'll see you next time on Rockets Digest.